It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. So for the Spurs, their last game, a loss to the Pistons. That one was real close, too. They lost by just 2 points.
They played well enough to win that game. It really could have gone either way.
Yeah, you've got to play the entire 4 quarters. I mean, they played well for 3.5 quarters, and that's just not enough. You can't expect to win if you don't play a full game.
And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. And the starting group for the Spurs. Jordan is out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Paul George. And it's Bradley in at the shooting guard. After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. And he gets it to go.
Assist goes to Dennis Schroeder.
Here's Rubio. Pass to Thompson. Green dishes to Sanders. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Here's San Antonio now. Schroeder kicks to Faried. In the corner, George with it. Jordan the screen. Jordan sets the pick for George. A picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good. George has got his first 2 points of the night.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Wasted no time on that one.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bradley kicks to Jordan. The feed to Schroeder. He dishes it to Bradley. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. New York comes into this following a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. And Thompson kicks to Winslow. And again, New York with the triple.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now here's Schroeder, covered by Rubio. Schroeder passes to George. Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
All right, Doris.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Now Faried, after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Jordan dishes to Schroeder. A picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good. As Gravy is talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. A nice shot by George.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Green kicks to Winslow. At the elbow, Sanders. Open shot, Thompson, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now here's Schroeder. Let's go. The Knicks pull it in. And guys, I would have to say one of the most underrated defensive players in the NBA, Draymond Green. Might not be the case anymore after coming in second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting last year.
Yep, he might not look the part. You know, undersized, but you talk to the scouts and the stat geeks, they'll tell you he's one of the best in the game defensively.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Alex Len's checked in for Sanders. JaVale McGee comes in for Green. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Calderon in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Dedmon. Watch with it. Feeds it to Allen. Shot clock at 5. From deep. And Winslow pulls it down.
And for Green, long arms, great anticipation. We talk about the IQ. Also the willingness to absorb contact. All part of what makes him special on the defensive end of the floor.
Here's Harris. Justice Winslow picking up that last bucket. Harris passes to Dedmon. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Dedmon's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, man, how about the last-minute decision there to pull the shot down and get a better one for your teammate?
To the middle. Here's Len.
And, you know, now we have all these analytics. And if you look at all the advanced measures for defense, Draymond Green is one of the best in our game. I mean, and teams are better able to measure now defense with player tracking and the cameras. So I think that helped Green when the time came for him to sign his contract.
Now here's Aflalo. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Harris passes to Blatch. The baseline J. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. There's the lob to the hoop. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And that does it for the first quarter. Knicks lead by 8. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And DeAndre Jordan not a focal point offensively for this team, but as a defender, he understands he can make a big difference.
I'm not really a big scorer for our team, but that's...
Well, Jordan, a man who knows what his job is, and he likes his job, Clark, and does it very, very well. He is excelling.
Yeah, he is. He may not be the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, but he is certainly the Clippers' Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan's become a defensive beast, an animal defensively, and really the thing of it is he's still learning and growing. He's going to continue to get better, which is scary.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
Calderon is out there with the flower. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Alex Len. And it's Green in at the 4. That's the 5 for New York right now. And the Knicks making a change here. Thompson's checked in. George with the ball. Now Green defending. 3 on the clock. Shoots it up. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just... ...6 in the basket from Paul George.
Beautiful shot that time by PG, Paul George, getting it done.
Got a piece of it. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm. And we all know about Paul George and his injury while with Team USA. I mean, he has still said that he would consider playing international ball.
Now, here's George. He's got 8 to the right side. And that one is hammered home.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
For George to be eager to go back and represent the U.S. in international play is a brave move.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, a lot of it might be that he just wants to put that in the past and move on. And sometimes you do that best by confronting things head on. The only way to have that be the past is to keep playing for his country.
What a season for Alex Len last year. Came in looking to find a spot for the team, and he made huge jumps in his game.
And I think it correlated with his minutes going up as well. I mean, played a lot more minutes, and he's a very complete big guy. With the added minutes, the production has gone up as expected.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
You know, you can expect young big men to improve over time, but I didn't think anyone expected Lynn to jump ahead so fast.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris.
And a final remark, guys, on Lynn. I mean, his defense was the big benefactor. I mean, he was a force in the paint and developed into a really solid rim protector.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
The dish now to George. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Winslow kicks to Green. Screen by Sanders. Thompson dishes to Green. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Now here's Schroeder. Shoots from the high post. Short. And the rejection by Sanders. Winslow kicks to Thompson. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Here's Jordan, and he dunks it down.
And great effort on the boards, and what a move that was, Gary. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pump.
Catching up on the changes for New York. JaVale McGee comes in for Draymond Green. And it's a follow in for Winslow. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Spurs. Wright comes in for George.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And so it's San Antonio with it. The Knicks making the shot, but he gets it back. Schroeder. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. The Knicks leading by 8. And Rubio kicks to Thompson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Thompson against Bradley. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bradley's got his first bucket in this one.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
Now, here's Rubio. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Now, here's Schroeder off the screen. And Sanders pulls it down.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Thompson with the bucket.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now here's Schroeder. The pass to Fareed. And the rejection by Sanders. And pushing it up. Here's New York. New York moving it around. The drive by Rubio. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
So for the Knicks, Len comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Calderon in for Klay Thompson. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And that one's good.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
And Rubio kicks to Aflalo. Trying to find Len. Gets it to him. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Len's got 4 points in the quarter.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Knicks. They lead by 9. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, you haven't seen much work put in off the bench thus far. When we see that second unit after the break, what are you hoping to see from them?
I just want to have a semblance of motion so that they know where they're going and the ball moves. They don't play in a crowd. Just basically see if they know what they're doing.
We'll see, Coach. Thanks for the time. Guys.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. New York was looking great right away. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a 10-4 run to start things off. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Paul George really making a difference here.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, Paul George is out there with Kenneth Fareed. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Bradley. Now here's Fareed. Bradley passes to Jordan. Clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Schroeder. Knicks with the rebound. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. Here's Green. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Spurs trail by 10. Jordan the screen. Schroeder kicks to Jordan. Jordan sets the pick for George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 15 points.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
Now, here's Green. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. San Antonio calls timeout. Well, you got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off. He can be as compassionate a person, Clark, that you and I have ever been around.
Yeah, he's competitive, but he understands that we're all human, and he treats people the right way all the time.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Spurs trail by 11. Fareed outside. There's the pick. Kicks to George. And that one hits back iron.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Winslow dishes to Thompson. Hits it from three-point range. Thompson's got 12 in the game.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
In the corner, George with it to stop the run. Green with the block.
Oh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Fires high post, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And the shot is good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And here's Schroeder following Draymond Green's three, and he gets it to go.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here is Sanders after the basket by San Antonio. Puts up the baby hook. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Well, last year, DeAndre Jordan turned in another great defensive performance. In fact, first team all-defense announced in the NBA after last season. Anchored his team as he always seems to do.
And Jordan was a force in the middle. Over 2 blocks a game again, and changed countless others with his effort.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Lenz checked in for Sanders. Johnson comes in for Winslow. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Calderon in for Ricky Rubio. In transition, here comes San Antonio. It's stolen by Green. Here's Aflalo. Excellent D there from Allen.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Dishes it to Harris. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
The Spurs making a switch here. White's checked in. Here's Allen. And he lays that one in. Allen's got his first basket.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
Now here's Johnson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Aflalo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Harris against Calderon. Now Harris. High post try. Allen passes to Harris. Watch with it. He's guarded by Calderon. Shot clock at 3. Harris missing again. New York leading by 13. Calderon kicks to Green. Pass to Aflalo. There's the triple. And it's Green missing.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Allen outside. The 3. Allen with another miss.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the ref in that situation. If there's any doubt,
err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Spurs trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Good. Wright's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
And here is Johnson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
Green. No good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Knicks lead by 14. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just...
Every diamond's a flake.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Spurs trail by 14. We've got Green. Alex Len out there with Sanders. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Thompson in at the 2-guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's George. Rejected by Len. And they get it back. Shot clock at 5. And George, here we go. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Winslow's checked in for the Knicks. Back to Rubio. He feeds it to Len. Puts up the baby hook, and the bank shot is good. And the Knicks lead by 13. Here's San Antonio now. Here's Schroeder. Fareed, left side. San Antonio again missing. Thompson outside. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Here's Rubio. Winslow kicks to Thompson. Glenn, a screen. Knocks it loose. Paul George with the steal. He kicks it to Bradley. Pass to George. 13 feet away. That's good. George has got 22 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Len, good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. And Fareed kicks it over to Schroeder. Five to shoot. They get it back. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Passes to Rubio. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, another turnover, but guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
New York comes into this one following a loss to Atlanta. Schroeder passes to Fareed. Down low. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, Kenneth Faried was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
Getting back to Faried, the numbers through last season tell a very interesting story. His field goal percentage has gone down every year, while his free throw percentage has gone up every year.
Yeah, his rebounds, assists, steals, block numbers have all stayed relatively flat. You know, he's making a positive contribution, but maybe not at the level of that contract extension he signed back in 14.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Green, he's checked in for Sanders. Len goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Outside, George. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
There's Winslow. An easy 2 points on the layup. And now it's a 12-point Knicks lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Faried sends it back. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. Sanders checked in for Alex Len. And there's 1:45 left in the game. Here's Sanders. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And in today's NBA, it's all about spacing on offense. It used to be more about finding matchups to exploit. Now it is all about opening up great looks by spreading the floor.
And he's good on the second. And with great spacing in the NBA, you need great shooting. More than ever, shooting and spacing, Clark, are at a premium in the NBA for teams.
Yeah, well, it starts with point guards being able to break down defenses and get into the lane to create open shots. You want to be able to create space for the point guards to drive, so you need shooters on the wings.
1:41 left to play here in the fourth. And George kicks to Jordan. And he slams it one-handed.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
New York, no good that time either.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
The Knicks leading by 9. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Rubio dishes to Sanders. Rubio outside. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Sanders. And it's blocked by Jordan. And it's Bradley off the drive. Shot is no good. Great D that time from Green.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Winslow, the pass to Rubio. Winslow with it. Faried's there. Winslow shot is off.
Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's a done deal. It's wrap time for this group.
Green with the block. Here's Schroeder. Outside for George. Bradley dishes to Faried. And there's the feed to Bradley. Jordan against Sanders. The 3 from George. And he gets it to go.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Knicks, Klay Thompson. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. San Antonio calls timeout. They're losing by 8. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
You summed it up.
I was going to say.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan player, Draymond Green.
Well, he spent a lot of time in the air at the defensive end, tormenting shooters.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed